Hi guys, welcome back to In Case of Econ Struggles. Today we're talking about why the Federal Reserve is raising the interest rate and why raising the interest rate can help fight inflation. Instead of using curves, today I'm going to use an analogy. It's called the economic bathtub of inflation. And let's go ahead and talk about how the economic bathtub works. Now, in this analogy, the price level is represented by the amount of water in the tub. So if the amount of water in the tub goes up, then we have inflation. And if the amount of water in the tub is falling, we have deflation because the price level is falling. Now, just like a bathtub, we have water coming into the tub and we have water going out of the tub. Supply is going to be represented by the amount of water leaving the tub, and demand is represented by the amount of water coming into the tub. The reason this works is because increased demand tends to put an upward pressure on prices. If you are a store owner and you see a line outside and all the way around the block, you might be more inclined to increase your prices. If you, as that same store owner, don't have a lot of people in line and you have a whole bunch of inventory in the back, then you might be more inclined to put on a sale or slash your prices in order to increase your profit. So that is how the economic bathtub works. In the short run, it's much easier to turn the handle down on demand than to try and make the drain bigger. So in response to high inflation, like we just said, we're trying to reduce the amount of water coming into the tub so that the amount of water leaving the tub is a lot more in line with the amount of water coming into the tub. Maybe we don't have deflation, but maybe we can at least prevent high inflation. The amount of water in the tub won't be rising so fast and prices won't be going up so fast. Now, another issue that we're facing currently is that we've had a lot of supply chain issues. So it's not just that the size of the drain is the same as it normally is. You might say we have a clog in the drain so that the supply is lower than normal, which means that not as much water can leave the tub as maybe we're used to. So the Federal Reserve is going to have to crank up the interest rate a lot higher than normal. They're going to have to really turn down that faucet so that the amount of demand goes down enough so that the amount of water in the tub stops rising so fast and so that inflation is stabilized. Now, why does it work? Why is it the case that turning down the faucet is equivalent to increasing the real interest rate? And the way I think about this is as follows. When I get paid, I choose to save a certain amount of my income and I choose to spend a certain amount of my income. Now, all the income that I spend, well, that's contributing to the amount of water coming into the tub. That is demand, that's consumption. The amount of money that I choose to save does not contribute to that faucet. So if I save more, then my demand, my own personal demand, will go down. So how does the Federal Reserve influence how much I save and how much I spend? Well, if the Federal Reserve increases the interest rate, that will also increase the interest rate that the bank pays on my savings account because that interest rate is tied to the federal interest rate. So if the federal interest rate goes up, the bank starts paying me more to save my money. I am also more likely to save a bigger share of my paycheck and my spending will go down. To take that to an extreme level, if my bank started offering me a 50% interest rate on my savings, then I probably would spend almost nothing and put all of my paycheck into my savings account. But if my interest rate on my banking account was 0%, then I probably wouldn't save anything and I would spend all of it. So if the Federal Reserve, by increasing the interest rate, can convince me to spend less and save more, then they in turn can turn down the faucet of demand and the water level in the tub will stabilize, which means the price level will stabilize. So hopefully this is helpful in understanding why increases in the interest rate can help reduce inflation. If this was helpful, make sure to like and subscribe. We will see you next time for another case of Econ Struggles.